Welcome back to Viking Tea. Today, we're deviating from our usual sordid Viking tales and diving into a surprising vein of history, how the Vikings, yes, the Vikings, helped shape the Christmas traditions we celebrate today. Grab a horn of mead, or a cup of tea, and let's unwrap this Norse-inspired holiday cheer. When you think of Christmas, decorated trees, feasting, stockings, and toasts, you probably picture jolly old St. Nicholas and Victorian holiday charm. But before these traditions, the Vikings celebrated their own midwinter festival. It was fierce. It was firelit. And it was absolutely unforgettable. This was Yule, the ancient Norse festival of Yule. It wasn't about stockings and candy canes, it was a survival celebration, triumph over the long dark winter. And it might surprise you to learn just how much of Yule lives on in our modern Christmas. The Vikings didn't do things by halves, and their Yule celebrations were no exception. Yule fell around the winter solstice, when the nights were longest, and the sun barely kissed the horizon. To survive these dark days, the Vikings turned to feasting, fires, and a bit of superstition. Entire families gathered in the longhouse, where tables groaned under roasted boar, mead flowed like rivers, and flames roared high into the rafters. It was more than just a party, it was sacred. Yule honored the gods, particularly Odin, and asked for protection and prosperity. And this wasn't just eating for fun. The Vikings believed the more they feasted, the better chance they had of surviving the cold, cruel months ahead. It's no wonder our Christmas dinners, filled with turkey, ham, and more desserts than we can count, feel so grand and celebratory. But the fires were just as important as the food. Great Yule bonfires were lit to drive back evil spirits and bring light to the darkest night. The Vikings even burned a Yule log, a tradition with roots in Thor worship. They believed that as long as the log burned, it brought protection and good fortune. Today, we've swapped the Norse god Thor for chocolate Yule log cakes or cozy fireplace traditions, but the Vikings would see the heart of it. Keep the fire burning, and brighter days will come. Now let's talk about Odin. The Allfather, ruler of Asgard, might just be Santa Claus's fiercest predecessor. During Yule, Norse myth said Odin led the wild hunt, a ghostly procession across the winter skies. He rode Sleipnir, his eight-legged horse, who thundered over rooftops with supernatural speed. Sound familiar? 8 reindeer, perhaps? Here's the twist. Viking children would leave their boots by the hearth, filled with hay or straw for Sleipnir. If they were lucky, Odin would reward their kindness by leaving gifts. If not, well, let's just say the Vikings knew to stay on the Allfather's good side. This tradition of leaving gifts in shoes or stockings survived the centuries and spread across Europe, eventually turning Odin's winter flight into Santa's merry sleigh ride. So the next time you see Santa riding through the night, tip your hat to the Vikings and their fearsome god-turned-gift giver. Now, where do Christmas trees come in? For the Vikings, the evergreen tree was a powerful symbol. While the rest of nature fell silent and bare, evergreen stayed strong, alive, and unchanging in the dead of winter. To them, this was a sign of life, survival, and hope. During Yule, Vikings decorated their longhouses with evergreen boughs, mistletoe, pine, holly. It was their way of bringing strength into their homes and honoring the gods. These branches symbolized that even in the harshest of winters, life would endure. Fast forward to today, and what do? We bring evergreen trees into our living rooms, deck them out in lights, and celebrate their beauty. It's a quiet echo of the Vikings' reverence, proof that some symbols are timeless. And what's Christmas without a toast? The Vikings gave us that, too. The word wassail, used to describe warm spiced drinks and festive toasts, comes straight from Old Norse. Ves Heill, they said, meaning be healthy, or be of good cheer. During Yule, Vikings would lift horns of mead and call out to each other, Ves Heill. Today, we say cheers. Or Merry Christmas. But deep down, it's the same. We're still raising a glass to health, hope, and brighter days ahead. So this Christmas, when you're sipping warm drinks, decorating your tree, or leaving cookies out for Santa, remember, the Vikings are still with us. Their feasts, their fires, their myths, they've endured across centuries and continents, shaping the Christmas spirit we know today. From Odin's ghostly rides to Yule logs blazing bright, the Vikings knew how to conquer the winter with strength and cheer. And who knows? Maybe this year, as you lift a glass or hang a stocking, you'll find yourself whispering their ancient words, Ves Heill. Be healthy. Be of good cheer. Thanks for watching Viking Tea. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and raise a horn with us every week for more Viking history and legends. Ves Heill, and happy holidays!